Who is it?
Hey,
Vinny!
dude, are you there?
Hey, what's
Yeah,
up,
I'm
my
here,
brother?
man.
How are you,
Dude,
man?
I don't have a scary story, man.
I was like, I'm gonna have pretty much a heart attack. I'm like having a heart attack, but I can't scream or anything. Basically, laying on the floor, panicking.
Oh!
No, you weren't. You weren't.
Oh!
You built the place. I haven't seen the Hopi in thousands of years. Don't make fun of my people. Period.
Sorry,
I'll pull
Brandon.
out your ass and cut you up into little bitty bits.
Book page down because people said Richie from Boston's gay. He's gay. I'm gay. I'm a gay man.
And I mean, yeah, I mean, you can prosecute me for that if you'd like.
No, it's not why I'm doing that. I'm just saying there's a lot
But
of...
that is what you did.
Bigelow started buying websites, including one in British Columbia, Canada. So all of a sudden, this kind of triggered Brian Vike.
Welcome back to Third Phase of the Moon. Blake Cousins here. We've got a special report for you. We've got a few UFO videos that we want to share with you.
Welcome back, everybody. Blake Cousins, along with Orlando Smith and Brent Cousins, we're going to be going over incredible imagery.
Third phase of the moon. Third phase of the moon.
Ten, 9, ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff.
You were either in or you were either out, brother.
But the cream will rise to the top. Oh yeah.
All right. Welcome to GUFON tonight. It is August 20th, 2024, the year of our Lord. Oh no. Loose book has been released. Dreaming of disclosure, I cannot believe. Heave ho, here we go. We will review Imminent. Tonight, just 4 chapters in, we're going to review a little bit of the book. We're going to play a few clips and we'll cook. We'll put Lou down. We'll make him frown. We'll make sure he's not around first. Hey, everybody, it is Lou's Day. It is the 20th of the year of our Lord Zitch, 2024. Here we go. Tonight it is the Imminent experience. As I get all organized here. You know, your mother's got no hips, no lips, no eyes, and no nips. Straighten up. Focus. Look at my eyes are red. Hold on. Hold on. All right, let me get you warmed up here. Just watch this. I gotta go grab something. Hey, I forgot to grab my notes. That's right, I got notes galore. A lot of Rich Saves America I was working on. The new video's out. It's not the good one yet. It's the okay one, but, you know, you'll see soon. People looking for loot. That hurts my throat to do. Oh. Here we go.
And intelligence official Lou Elizondo put the global spotlight on the government's look into unidentified aerial phenomena, or UAPs. Now Elizondo is sharing more details about his work. He is the author of the new book, Imminent, Inside the Pentagon's Hunt for UFOs. In it, he writes these crafts are not made by humans, and they present a very serious national security issue. Lou Elizondo joins us first right here on CBS Mornings. Welcome.
Thank you. My honor and privilege.
Yeah, a lot of people, I think, even if you don't believe in UFOs or you are someone that definitely believes that there is something out there, you talk about this idea of these crafts being created to, quote, be friends from out of town. What makes you so certain that they're not made by humans? And also, if I could, early in your book, you said when governments lie to their people, all of democracy is at risk. Do you think the government is lying?
Well, we know that the government never lies, right? Iran-Contra, Pentagon Papers, Afghanistan withdrawal. No, unfortunately, the government is not this huge colossal machine, if you will. It's segregated into these little fiefdoms, if you will. And unfortunately, they don't always coordinate and talk with one another. As far as these vehicles not being made by humans, if you will, that's not me saying that. We have scientists, some of the top scientists that your taxpayer dollars have paid for them to conduct this research. And at the end of the day, when you're studying the material and you're studying the capabilities of these vehicles, and frankly, there's nothing that we have that compares to what these vehicles can do, the capabilities that they're demonstrating in front of us, then one has to ask, well, where are they from? And if it's not our technology and it's not some sort of adversarial technology, it's someone's technology.
If it's not China, it's not Russia. It's gotta be somebody's technology. I wrote a book. Sorry, I had to let that out a little bit. So I was thinking that I would have you guys join me to talk about the book, but not tonight. Because the first 4 chapters is all I'm going over. Like I said, I think there's 25 chapters. So I'm trying to do 4 to 5 a day. Just to run through talking points and all that stuff, you know. And right now, the book's not exciting. All we're doing is getting a review in the first 4 chapters, a review of everything you already know. Now, we knew that was going to happen. So the beautiful thing about Imminent, it forces you to either listen to the 10 hours or read it to find the information that hasn't been told to us yet. Because as of now, I haven't heard anything in 4 chapters. Haven't heard anything. And I'm only 2 hours, give or take, into the book out of 10. Unabridged, mind you. So, you know, I got the notes ready to go. Tonight, we won't bring you on, but I think I'll bring you guys on the last, well, anytime I come across something really interesting to talk about, probably the last night, probably Friday night, we'll have you guys come on and we'll just, then we can talk about it all. Then you can go, oh, I like this or I like that, instead of having it open every night and having the same people coming in and either delivering or not. But the only people I want to join the show are the people who actually read or listened to the book. I don't want you to come on if you just like, you know, I had an experience, not that show. I love you, but not that show. What's that? I'm getting a little ready here. We're going to load up the old arsenal here, as they call the Bowl of Florida. It's the Brooksville Bowl, they call it. We had some thunderstorms this morning. more like rainstorms that were just, they were predicted. They predicted them. I didn't believe them. And they were here. Actually woke me up. I was pissed because I didn't want to fall asleep. I was supposed to be out there doing stuff. Then it rains. Then it delays me from doing the audits 2 hours. Roll call, everybody. Who's here tonight? Who's this? Teen Titans Jess. Welcome to the show. What is... When did that get on me? What is that? Was that there the whole time? I didn't see it. How'd that get on? I didn't drink anything. Oh, I did. I took a quick swig. I'm always getting stuff. Welcome to the show, Bob Marley. Welcome to the show, the old TP, Thor Penku. Welcome to the Who. David Wilcox, not Wilcox, Newfoundland. Welcome to the Who. Hey, Nathan from the Quantum Show. How you doing, buddy? My Fort Myers friend from the Hero Con where I threw up for hours. That was the worst. That was actually the worst experience. No, that was the second worst. That was the worst on the road. Hey, good to see you, Nathan. I'll never forget. Never. He was there. He saw it in action. Poor guy. Samo, what's up, Chief? Huh? Yeah. Good to see you. Brooke is, huh? Yes, boring. The book isn't, right now, it's not lighting me up. So as I'm listening to it, I'm really listening to it. I'm like, all right, I'm not going to do anything else. I'm going to focus. It's hard. These first 4 chapters they're okay if you never heard of Lou Elizondo. But we'll go over it all. Right now I'm disappointed. Hey, you. No poles on my lip. That's not... Hey, guys, be nice to me. I'm dying. You know, when I'm dying and dead, it could happen anytime. Really, it can. I was told I could die at any time one day. Moody Mongo, everybody. Moody Mongo. How you doing, Moo? Moo. What do you say, Moo? I like Moody Mongo. Who else is here? Who's this ba? Woo Riders, DG, where you been? I'm surprised GUFON didn't speak about Jason Sands and the Pentagon lady on Twitter Space Live the other day. Because I don't go on Twitter. I don't do spaces. Jason Sands? Now you got me interested, so I'll have to check it out. You know, Jason Sands was here first. He made his original debut on GUFON. You're welcome. It's true. All right, let's get started. I wasted too much time already. Hey, what's up, Lead Food? How you doing, Rich? Good to see you, bro. Pool Player 361, how are you? Good. Ozzy T, thank you for the special help yesterday. And Jeanette, hey, Jeanette, how are you? The Angel of GUFON, thank you too. If you guys want to help support Truthology for Ufology, because we're the only ones that really tell you the truth every single second of the day, as far as we can tell. Nobody knows what the hell the truth is. Just, try to point out what's not right. FAP, how you doing? The F.A.P. Apostate plus tax, how you doing? Welcome to the show. Glenn Collins, what's up? Good to see you too. Sky Allen. What are you doing in Kelly's seat? Where's Kelly? Hey, Derek Kennedy. How you doing, man? Good to see you too. What's up, Mr. Yates? How are you? Good to see you. Welcome to the show. Larky Derry. How you been? Hey, man, I like this. Good to see everybody. All right, let's get moving. Now, what was on my lip was spooge from this coffee. It was a creamer. Oh, that's hot. Yeah, I still got my lip. It's coming around. It's almost gone. I told you by the end of this week, I'll be fine. I'll be kissable again. If you want to help support, all the links are in the show description. I believe, did I just say that? All right, I have no poll, do I? That's what she said. She did. In my opinion, it's almost impossible to know what the truth is when it comes to anything Lou says. He's a paid government soldier who will do what he's told or else. The book will be entertaining at least. And I wrote that as I was reading it, and I realized, this may be a boring book. I can't tell yet. All I've gotten was a review of when he came in. Well, you'll see. That's all we're doing tonight, pretty much. Oh. That's what I was doing. Let me get the book up. Let me get it up. Huh? Ooh. You know, I have this for free, the book, until the 15th, I think, of September, because you get the 30-day trial. Oh, yeah, I'm not paying for it. I knew I would find a way to not pay. Listen now. Here we go. All right. So I am I'm not. I'm in chapter 4 with 16 minutes to go. So I am going to backtrack this to chapter 1. Actually, there's a foreword, an introduction. The foreword's by Christopher Mellenhead. There's an author's note. I'm not sure, what's going to happen if I'm allowed to play the book. I think I am, but I'm not. I'm going to do it the right way. You know what I mean? All right. Yeah, I'm not going to play the whole book and we're just sitting here. No, I have certain times, just 4 clips. That's it. And I just don't know what I could do. And I have been talking to some people, and I've got other little projects that are starting. This is an interesting time right now. If I could maintain my health, which I don't know if I can, right before the show started, I had a cough. And for the first time in 5 days, jelly. Wow, a 256 gigabyte SanDisk Extreme memory card's only $26. You remember when those were 90, 100? All right, let's get to work. Yeah, we are going to do the normal thing. We're going to, get you warmed up for the Lou book and all that stuff. But I am going to ask you to play a game with me right now. And this is going to be for the best. All right. So I didn't look at the winner of this. It's a marble race. Okay. And I stopped it, seconds, and I didn't cheat. Matter of fact, I don't have to pick it, but I wish I had something I can give away. What can I give away? I can only give away stuff to the United States. To ship a shirt to Europe is just to ship it's $25. I have one shirt left that I could give away, a GUFON radio stream, the original. I don't know. I better find a better something. All right, pick a marble that you think is going to win. White, black, yellow, blue balls, or silver. Okay, I'm going to pick black. Black's about last right now. I don't know if there's enough. Pick the marble you think will win. And now put it in the chat room. I'm choosing black. Just to prove I'm not racist. Oh, rich. Hey, look at us. Rich and rich. Black and white. That's funny. That's what I said, Moody. Always bet on black. Black 33. Ready? In 5, 4, 3. Wait. 2. Can't do it. Go. No, where's the video? I can't press play on it. I don't see it. It's on the screen, but I don't see it for me. There it is. Come on, black. Come on, N-word. Come on, my N-word marble. Got that honky on you. Come on, Blackie. Come on, laugh. Bullshit. Nobody chose that color. Nobody chose that color to win. Who would have chosen that color? White? Who chose white? Rich Leadfoot. You win. I don't know what, but you win. All right, nice. Good job, man. Always bet on black, though, from now on, okay? All right. All right. And I'm just, making us get a little warm, wetting the palate, as they say. I've got a few really strange. We haven't talked about this all year. All year. All year. And this is a video called 30 Strange Mandela Effect Mysteries that will creep you out. We're just going to play one. And this one, I've never seen it before. I know what it is, but I never knew the story behind the Kit Kat one. Do you? Should we do Kit Kat? How about theories on it? How about most replayed? Should we do most replayed? Captain Crunch or should we do that one? Risky Business? Should we do that one? Sandy Cheeks. What if? Alexander Hamilton. I never heard of that. Raisin Bran. Jiffy. Tinkerbells. Traffic lights. The hell? I don't know this.
Those of us who drive cars every day waste a lot of time stuck in traffic. And one would think that this would give us the opportunity to observe what's going on around us. But judging by one particular Mandela effect mystery, it seems that this isn't the case. In recent years, people have started posting on internet threads that they've either been transported into an alternate reality, or they can no longer trust their memories thanks to a common sight: traffic lights. One Reddit user posted that they undoubtedly remember traffic lights having a red light at the bottom, an amber light in the middle, and a green light at the top, and that they recently started
Never. Red has always been on top.
Noticing that it's the other way around. They added that they first noticed the change while they were taking a bike safety test, and they realized they'd gotten this question wrong, since they firmly believed that the green light was situated at the top. Strangely, this post was inundated by replies from people who remember the same thing, and soon a debate started as to who was right and who was wrong. There's been a lot of speculation as to how so many people could be wrong about the same thing, especially since it's such a common sight. It's been suggested that traffic lights are positioned one way in certain states while they're the other way around in others. But other comments
can't be like that. Federal laws are countrywide for traffic, right?
Quickly put an end to this.
Well, the basics, except for you can't turn right on red in some states.
Discussion by stating that all traffic lights are presented in a standard way throughout the United States. Others then suggested that they might be the other way around in other countries. But since the original...
So, without having to watch anymore, it's red, yellow, green. Always has been, always will. And if it's anything else, it's because somebody put the light upside down. That's it. Anyway, that's a silly one. Is there another one? Let's. I don't want to end it on that one. Where's that Captain Crunch? All right, I think I want to beat the hell out of myself. Here we go. God, shut up, Rich.
The Mandela effect is a term used to describe...
Hold on. Did this queerbait just say Mandela? He said Mandela. Yes, I did say queerbait.
The Mandela effect is a term used to describe when a large group of people...
When a man gets his Della stuck in a different time hole. I mean, porthole. I don't know what I mean. Some sort of hole.
Or a majority share a common memory of something that's now entirely different from what they initially believed. Some suggest that this is due to a glitch in the Matrix, or...
And who are the people that are always getting it wrong? Kids? Nope. Middle-aged people who were seeing something 20 years ago, who were seeing something? What the hell's going on with me? I've been listening to that Lou book for half the day and I lost 3 brain cells. Look what it did to me. I forgot what I was going to say too.
Or a switching of realities. Psychology explains that this is due to misremembering information and is largely affected by media as well as mass hysteria. There exist many examples of this strange phenomenon. Captain Crunch or Cap'n Crunch. There are some who believe that the Captain Crunch cereal was called Cap'n Crunch, and to some, this is a very real memory, and they're shocked to discover that the word Cap'n was never used. 5 years ago, a Redditor had taken to the subreddit Mandela Effect.
Hold on! As soon as he said Cap'n, I said Cap'n. I said, oh yeah, Cap'n. Cap'n. See, this is why... There is a Cap'n. Somewhere you see his name or something and it's spelled Cap'n, C-A-P-N, right? I think you see it here. Yeah, up top, middle, top, center, go.
And explained the issue at hand. It was some time prior that they'd seen people complaining what the cereal was called. The poster explained that they have a journal of...
the cereal has always been Captain Crunch. I've never called it Cap'n Crunch. Oh, that's what he said. Okay, yeah, it's never been called Cap'n. I'm gonna put a Cap'n Crunch your ass.
Where they jot...
Why did I sound black right
in case it changes again?
Why is it every time there's violence I have to sound black? I don't get it. Rich, Jaime, me too, man. You go right to me, Hispanic, Mexican. How come you don't do yourself every time you talk about violence, huh, Jefe? Shut up, you don't know me. All right, let's get to work. We got a little bit of love. We got a lot. We got a lot of little Lou. Lou ain't little about anything. Oh, come on. Let's pull the book up. Go to chapter 1. This is Imminent. The Lou Elizondo lie. Story. What did I do with it? You guys know I have... Oh, here it is. Get in there. I can't get it to fit. All right. Oh, good. You like that? There you go. Nice. I'm getting a little excited. I'm looking for the player that comes with it. Oh, it's right. Oh, I don't know if this will work. It's not. All right, I got to listen to my own show to see if this is working. Oh, this stinks. That I would have you guys join me to talk about. 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 I don't hear Lou. I don't hear Lou. Let's see if I can fit it here. I think I figured a way. You gotta be kidding. See, the only way you can hear it, well, I'm just gonna have to put it speaker on the phone. That's it. That's all right. Still works. This is unbelievable. I cannot get it to shut down. I can't get it to shut down. It's I can't see it. It's in the browser, right? Okay, hold on. All right, I think here we go. Good. Oh Lord. Oh wait, maybe I can just do it here. Look at this shit. They gave a sample today. All right, check this out. Here, you listen to this while I see if I can get this to play the right way. See? You can't see it. Oh, that's unbelievable. You can't see the player. Now let's see if you can hear it. It played on its own. So itchy right there. All right, let's see. Okay, there it is. To share audio, share a tab or screen. So there's the screen. Here's the share. Okay, turn the audio on. There it is. Let's see if this works. Not cool. Oh, wait. Yay, I did it. All right, let's see if you can hear it. This is where I left off. Well, now that we've got it, let's see if it's working.
The Army realized the truth that these craft were not made by humans. It was hypothesized that the UAP that crashed at Roswell
It's working. Right? I know what you're saying. Teen Titans, Jess. Wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that be great? UAP show kicked me for saying Ross Coulthard. It's Rose Cuckold. It's working. Oh, wait. Right? Hold on, guys. This is something weird's happening. Hold on. Let me see if this really works. Can you guys hear this? Just let me know. Did you hear it work? Go.
had been conducting some sort of reconnaissance on our budding atomic program when the
I know what you're saying. I had so many buttons depressed and whatever. I was making sure I didn't dislocate my shoulder. All right. Thank you. Yeah, then I love that you narrated it. You know, it just sounds like in some parts, like you had either you were crying when you were talking about your dad or you had severe allergies. So one of those two was happening because you could tell something was going on. But that's good. It made it more real, man. You're a person. You are a robotic cyborg killer or wannabe killer. All right, let's get to the good stuff. Now, in chapter 1, can I have a little bit of a feature here? Thank you. In chapter 1, he talks about the threat, right? We get all that again. We get to hear, you know, they're real, they exist, you know, all that stuff. And what bothered me the most about that was he made it as though it's a fact without showing us anything, ever. Okay? Forever, we have seen, we have reported, we have documented UFOs for decades. Forever, actually. We even did it on cave drawings. We even put them in, you know, those religious paintings, Mary, Jesus, whatever the hell you want to call that, all that stuff, right? Okay, so, you know, people have been seeing it throughout human history. Fantastic. They're real. Did you ever see a cave painting or maybe something like an archaeological dig that showed a UFO being secured to some device so they can move it from one part to another? Did we ever see any depictions of UFOs hovering over the pyramid, next to the pyramid, in the pyramid, or anything like that? Have we? No. Guess why? Take a guess. Because they're going to hide it before we get to see it. That's why. That's why. You know, they'll be like, hey, UFO. All right, break it up. Wait. Take some pictures first. And then we got to crush it. Crush it? Crush it. We got to crush it. And they crush it. And what we're doing is destroying history, or what they're really doing is they're taking it to the Smithsonian Institute. And it goes into a warehouse where there's over 400,000 items that are not for public viewing. Is that true, Neil deGrasse Hole Tyson? Giordano? Yeah. It's called disclosure, you dickhead. So, he talks about how he joined the military. I think he was 21. He did 3 tours. He's worked a little bit. Lou did a lot of good things for us in the Army. You know? He earned his stripes. He did everything he was told he had to do. And he did it well, I guess. So I want to file a FOIA request on Lou Elizondo and see what comes up. And I want to do it for the military. See if I can get anything. So maybe they'll accidentally send me something. Then eventually he gets into like security, like secure stuff, top secret stuff. He gets hired. did his tours. Good guy. He's a yes man. We need this guy, Lou. He's just like his dad. Who? Nobody. Boy, his dad. Poor Lou. I tell you, if my dad was like Lou's dad, I wouldn't have turned out as good as Lou did. Oh, I don't know. Maybe that's what motivated Lou to be who he is. My God, you gotta. I can't play it all, but we can play some things here and there. Eventually, they get to some stuff we didn't hear about. Not much, but I'm gonna play the last 90 seconds here, and not on chapter 4. Hey, I'm on the wrong one. I'm actually on my studio. I think it'll get better. I'm sure it will. I'm sure it'll get better. Here we go. Last 2 minutes. I thought this was interesting.
Experience during the war. He served in the military, while internment camps were our nation's disgraceful
He's talking
solution
about... I'm sorry. He's talking about his dad.
For paranoia against Japanese Americans. Reed had grown up boxing and worked as a United States Capitol Police officer while putting himself through law school. He was also the senator of the state that housed Area 51, and that came with insider knowledge that piqued his curiosity. On Capitol Hill, Senator Reed was regarded as a bulldog in a pit of vipers. Whether you loved or hated his politics, you did
Harry Reid.
Mess with Harry Reid. Together, these three men controlled congressional spending for black budget Pentagon programs. In this second meeting, Jim...
Don't you think that's interesting? Of course it is. They were in TTSA. Old Chris Mellon, this guy, everybody we talk about here.
Lakatsky formally asked me to handle the counterintelligence and security for the program.
Lakatsky.
He was still mysterious and didn't tell me the name of the effort I'd be focused on. I called my wife, Jen, and casually mentioned that I was thinking about taking on this additional duty. That was about all I could say to her, given the secrecy that governed my work life. She was supportive as always. When I got back to my office in Crystal City, I phoned Jim over the secure line and accepted the role. I said, "Count me in." "What we do here is very strange," Jim said. "You should be prepared for the possibility that some of that strangeness will impact your personal life. These portfolios are sticky." I frowned at that. Sticky.
Sticky? I know when I tell somebody, hey, I need that magazine back by Friday. Some of the pages are stuck together, just like history. What does that mean? In this situation, dirty. Be careful. This stuff will stick to you. As soon as you open it up and observe it, you, Lou, are now responsible for anything that happens by looking at that. That's what he's telling him. Really, it's true. No? It was all sexual innuendos?
What a strange word choice. I knew what he meant by the word portfolio. A portfolio is a term borrowed from Wall Street to describe the entirety of a program, from soup to nuts, as they say. But I had never heard anyone use the word sticky to describe a portfolio.
That is true.
I had no idea what he meant to imply. Maybe he meant controversial?
Yep, probably.
In retrospect, I should have asked.
There's never a bad question, my friends. I want to thank Ben. Ben! $4.20 on PayPal. He says, hey, I've been watching and listening. I noticed you have propellers in your Amazon. Oh, yeah, Ben. They're only there. And yes, the props I use now are master screws. However, when you don't have money, you go where the deals are. And the ones that I chose are they're a little bit enhanced to be quieter than the OG. Just in case you're listening in. But I understand. Well, I think I need one corner to be replaced, and I don't have any more orange. And those were the coolest ones I saw. Anyway, thank you for noticing. Thank you for the $4.20 on PayPal. Where PayPal and friends are just a dime away. Huh? Thanks, Ben. A continuing supporter of GUFON. Hold on, I'm a little bit out. Oh, yeah, I got notes tonight. That's right. Now, chapter 2. That's all chapter 1 was. It was good. It wasn't the worst. It wasn't the best. Nothing you and I haven't heard before. So we moved to chapter 2. Now here, it wasn't bad. I thought this was a pretty good chapter. This is where he meets Bigelow in a big meeting. Big meeting. He said that he's a nice billionaire. He's not one of those snobs, you know. And he said, he goes, I thought he was going to be snobby. I thought he was going to be like a typical rich, you know, Mr. I'm entitled billionaire type of attitude. And he was quite the opposite, quite charming, which to me made me feel good. I like hearing that. Bullshit! Come on, man. Everybody heard the stories. And if you haven't heard them, you need to look into the Skinwalker Ranch phenomenon when he owned it, and maybe go what was her name where her husband worked there? Scott Brown is the co-host with her, but Bigelow's not that nice. Everybody's got a dark side. I do, you do, he do too, and we all know Lou do. Lou wears it on his sleeve. Actually, they're on his stripes. Does he have any stripes? But he meets Bigelow, and they hit it off, right? They talk about this Brazilian UFO wave, the one from, I think it was 1977 or 75, where we talked about it here, where the actual Brazilian army came in and video recorded, documented, captured alien technology, aliens. People were getting burned. They were getting hurt. I think somebody may have passed away. There was an invasion in the Brazilian, in Brazil for a summer. I think it lasted a few days or a week or two, or maybe just, you know, until everybody got a little bit toasty. But Lou talked about that. Why? I don't know. Because he saw, oh, here it is. Yeah. Because there was this evidence, there's photos and video that I think he wanted to get up into of a 300-foot craft that they had recorded, the army, Brazilian army. I may have been a little high at that time, I think. I think I re-upped at that point. Well, I'm going to play from the 8-minute and 30... I'm back in the wrong, I'm in the wrong place. 8:32 mark. This is one of the shorter chapters. Here we go. 8:28. And let's take a listen.
Initially, they planned to interview victims, catalog eyewitness accounts, and treat the wounded. The longer Holanda's team remained in the area, the more they witnessed these horrors for themselves. They captured footage and hundreds of photographs of mysterious objects and aircraft, one approximately 300 feet long. Once, when an aircraft appeared during the daytime on a local beach, villagers fled. But Dr. Walaide Sessim Carvalho, who had been treating villagers nearby, bravely remained. She hid and watched because, as she later said, the shimmering object in the sky was too beautiful to look away. It dazzled her in a way that was almost hypnotic. Brazil is the 5th largest country in the world.
It was a beautiful UFO. I don't know what just happened. It was a beautiful UFO. And they said they took pictures of the Nordics and the Greys anatomy. He basically gives us a history lesson in this whole chapter. It's a short 21-minute chapter, give or take. And he brings up that Brazilian UFO event. He goes into some details. No big deal. Here's another part of that. I'm going to go to the 12-minute mark. Mark? Set? Agu.
To either thermal or directed energy. The burns healed once the skin peeled off. But some were left with major scars.
Right, people got burned. They got hit with what was thought to be laser beams. Yeah, isn't that weird? There was a girl. It's weird that he didn't bring it up. I think it's on Unsolved Mysteries, because Unsolved Mysteries did a report on this. And I'm pretty sure it was from the Brazilian UFO wave, the attack. But this is the one where the 12 or 14-year-old girl got healed by one of the little UFO lights that came up, went right to her chest, got rid of her leukemia. She went to the doctors 5 days later. Said, "Oh, why you doing? You take a new medication?" She said, "No, a UFO gave me the light, showed me the way. 'Cause you showed me the way." And he said, it's a miralaca. And in their world, that's a miracle. Good for her. I think that was in Brazil. Either way, still a good story.
Others had rashes. In the fresh wounds of 23 people, Carvalho noticed that the center of the burn displayed 2 puncture wounds. And when she tested the victim's blood, she found that all of them had low hemoglobin, which suggested that the fear of the chupa-chupa was not completely unfounded.
Is that I'm assuming chupacabra? Whoa, what happened?
Pratt's findings struck me as particularly harrowing. He logged more than 300 animals found dead of unknown causes during this time. 34 citizens complained of irritated eyes. 5 reported temporary blindness.
Check this out.
8 reported a negative change in their vision. 41 complained of a prolonged feeling of nausea and sometimes vomiting.
It's me!
55 individuals reported extreme headaches. I wondered if these people had experienced some form of radiation damage.
That's what it sounds like. And then I think he also goes into,
if true, the kind of damage they were discussing was consistent with the harmful effects of, say, microwave radiation, or the improper handling of medical isotopes, or weapons-grade radioactive fuel.
Okay.
46 people described feeling heat when the light of the aircraft focused on them. 28 people felt a pocket of cold air. About 18 people insisted they had been abducted by beams that sucked them into the craft.
Wow.
Pratt also verified that some of these people were found far away from the site of the original encounter with no memory of traveling there.
Okay. I didn't know I was going to be playing that much of that. But it really is. It's a well-documented account of this UFO alien invasion in Brazil. You got to check it out if you haven't already. I know most of you already have, but it's very interesting. Very, very interesting. Did I already get to the 15-minute mark? Let me go to 15. It says, all right, last clip in chapter 2.
Graphs of the evidence compiled by Holanda's team. I found myself moved by the images of victims displaying their wounds and looks of resigned horror on their faces. Talk of laser weapons set my mind reeling. Back in Kuwait, 2003, I was assigned as the special agent in charge, SAC. One of my agents rang me in the middle of the night from one of our satellite offices in the middle of the desert, Arifjan. "Sir, you need to get out here now," he said. "There's something you need to see." The drive was at least an hour and accessible only by a 2-lane road that stretched into the desert darkness forever. Only when the neon glow of Kuwait City could no longer be seen beyond the barren horizon did we now know we were only halfway to Arifjan.
All right. If I knew I was going to go this fast through these, I would have... we got 2 more chapters to go. That's it. On the first 2 chapters, we get a little bit of history. Why Lou's here? How, they asked me to come here. They offered me the position. As you guys know, I have no interest in this job. I can give 2 turds. But we want to use your skill set, Lou. We want you to use it and find everything you can about the community, the people, the naysayers, the truth sayers. That didn't happen. Did not happen. Oh, this is the interesting. So in chapter 3, Lou talks about how his personality is basically forming him into who he became. And I wrote, drunk on power. The power of the government is what I put. This guy became a bouncer who, he saw somebody's wife get touched, I think, in an inappropriate way, and something ticked him off. And then he got bullied when he was a kid because he was kind of a nerd and his hair was a little coiffy looking. Yeah, and then, he got supposedly beaten up every day after school. He got crouched down to wait for them to pass by. He was so scared he couldn't even handle it. My God, how did he even become an army guy? Don't come in my foxhole. I don't even know who are you. Stop crying, Lou. I'm going to write a book someday. You'll see. So he became a bouncer, to make extra money and, all this other stuff. Because the pressure of not living up to what Daddy wanted. His dad wanted Lou, and Lou says it at 8 years old, or 11, 8 to 11, somewhere in there. He learned everything he needed to know about guns. He knows all guns. Shooting guns, loading, washing, cleaning, building guns. Guns. Because his dad, was it Bay of Pigs? Is that what they call it? His dad was up against Castro. His dad was very well known for going up against Castro. Defected. Left. Took his family, took Lou, took Mama, and they left. And wound up in Miami. Florida. Something like Miami. They're telling me to play the 6-minute mark here. All right. Chapter 3, 6-minute mark coming up. Baba Louie. It sounds like I'm hearing excuses for who I am. I'm this way because my dad was very, very this and very, very that. Hey, you know what? All dads, like heterosexual dads, want their sons to be manly men. I have no problem with what Senior did with Lou Jr. I have no problem with that. 8 years old, playing with real guns. I'm telling you, man, if the kid can handle it, and Lou could, and Daddy was right there, why not? Hey, they put 2-day-old babies, 2-week-old babies, 1-month-old babies in water to swim. Look at him go. Look at little Joey. Look at him sink. Just like a freaking rock. Let him learn. That's how they learn. Yeah, see, he's trying to struggle. He's going to build strength in that head. Eventually, all right, grab him here. All right, give him mouth to mouth. Shock him then. I don't know. Right? Lou was given a very, very difficult upbringing, but a very loving one. And then he gets beaten up at school every day. So Lou, when he got old enough, joined the army and wanted to be Mr. Do-Gooder. Save the world from bullies, from tyranny. Sounds great. Sounds like it took a toll on the guy. These guys, they're, I don't know what I would be if I was in the same situation. I can't tell you. I don't know. So I don't judge Lou that way. But critically thinking and being a human, I can put myself in the situation knowing what kind of history I've had. And many of you, nobody had a perfect upbringing. We could all talk about how our fathers were, because if you're as old as I am, there was a belt, there were shoes, there were books, things that hit us, right? Right. We got chased. Yeah. We locked ourselves in safe rooms until we ran out of air and food. All right, let's play this 6-minute mark. We're talking about Lou, his upbringing, his dad, the Bay of Pigs. And when he was talking about his dad, I don't know if it's in this part. It's sad. I think he was crying. Listen.
As for the many combat skills the Army would teach, I had already learned much from my father and various martial arts programs he encouraged me to attend. In his youth, my father, Luis D. Elizondo III, had fought with Fidel Castro against the Cuban dictator Fulgencio Batista. He attended the Havana Military Academy, which Castro...
Oh, I guess I screwed the names up there, yeah. Oops. Not that it matters. Nobody else knew anyway.
Castro's son, Fidelito, had also attended. A revolutionary, he was committed to the freedom of Cuba and to Castro until Fidel revealed his true colors. Once Castro aligned with the Russians and declared himself president for life, my father joined the resistance and ultimately Brigade 2506 and participated in the U.S.-led invasion of the Bay of Pigs. The price for his decision was 2 years in Castro's prisons, where he underwent oral surgery without anesthesia and ate the occasional boiled horse hoof to survive.
Wow.
As bad as it was, he always said others had it much worse than him. The ordeal transformed my father into a volatile man, always yearning for a fight with authority figures.
I hate hearing this part. So Lou's dad got in a lot of fights. Here, listen. I mean, he did, right?
For much of my childhood, he sported a paramilitary-style black beard. Ironically, it made him resemble Castro. Growing up in South Florida, I was an average kid. When I was young, I attended Hebrew school. My mother dressed me in corduroy shorts, turtleneck sweaters, and saddle shoes.
My God.
She doted on me, calling me her pumpkin pie to the chagrin of my father. To toughen me up, Dad exposed me to the other side of life. The side that involved mysterious meetings in smoke-filled rooms with exiled Cuban men brandishing firearms. I was 7 years old. Practical skills shaped my early tutelage. Dad taught me Morse code and how to use shortwave and CB radios. He quizzed me on the military phonetic alphabet until I could Alpha Bravo Charlie with the best of them.
That's cool.
He enrolled me in Taekwondo. I learned to read a topographical map and use a compass, how to fix a car engine and how to hotwire one if necessary, how to scuba dive and drive a motorboat.
Hey, let me tell you, that's unbelievable. That's a father. Holy shit. What a good guy. I'm not kidding. My father was the same way. It's amazing. Except my father, other than, showing how to shoot a gun and all that, took me to baseball games, hockey games, coached my games, went to every game. You understand? Football, baseball, hockey, whatever it was. Same thing. Hey, I learned teamwork too. Survival of the fittest, baby. Went 15-1 that year. I'll never forget. I don't know. I'm making it up. All right. Hey, that's, Lou's dad really, wow. He really instilled the survival of the fittest with Lou, didn't he? You must know everything because Sunday, the electrical grid is gone. You're going to need a Morse code. I'm telling you, Lou, listen to me. Huh? Efe. You gotta know taekwondo. Huh? You gotta do taekwondo. You gotta know it, and live it, understand it. Okay. You gotta cut that fucking hair. You look like a fucking turtle with a fucking eagle. Oh, what? I can't do it anymore. I feel bad doing it. His dad did his best. All right. And I don't know if I heard this correctly. Maybe you guys know. But I could have sworn in this chapter, Lou's dad said to Lou that he, the director of Scarface, thought Lou's dad could be a great inspiration for the character Scarface. Because his dad was a hothead. Hey, that guy means nothing to me. He saw my friend Angel get his dick cut off. Fuck him. Remember that? And then he watched those guys hang from the plane. Helicopter. Plane. You could say Lou's dad was a dick, though. But I don't think he was. How can you say that? Who said that? That's not nice. Lou says he was bullied as a kid. And play the 38-minute mark. And I put maybe he was bullied as a kid. See, I'm not buying it the way he said it. I don't think he was bullied every day. We all get a little bit razzed, right? You wear the same sneakers from last year to the next year, nobody would let you live it down. Not where I live. You're wearing the same sneakers you wore last year. How could you? Didn't your feet grow? My mother bought 2 sizes bigger because of this. Ha ha, that's amazing. So you were walking around in moccasins basically for a year. All right, I got to play the 38-minute mark of this chat. What chapter? 38? That's impossible. Oh, no, it's not. Here we go. Here it is. 38-minute mark. Mark. All right. Come on. Come on. Can't you just give me a little nudge? No! As soon as you release it, it moves it. Go. I said go.
Identifying labels on manila file folders locked in a subterranean cabinet. In one session, Swan claimed to have remote viewed Jupiter and described its very thin rings, which would only be spotted and confirmed by unmanned probes years later. Gene used to tell me, you know, people with your gifts are rare. I'm not gifted, I say. Oh, yes, you are. Turns out we were both right. The reality was a large number of the population was and is capable of remote viewing.
Here we go.
The training was rare, not the gift. I once heard a compelling explanation of remote viewing. I was told it is a vestigial ability early humans relied upon before the development of spoken language. Household pets rely on this sixth sense to determine if another animal is a threat. Before humans had words, we may have had this ability too.
No, we
didn't. How many
didn't.
times in your life have you felt that words are not adequate to express your feelings?
I can't stop it
I
from
bet
playing.
you were gripped by that frustration at least.
Did you see that? It wouldn't let me play. It kept doing a red dot. See, this is what bothers me. We're not we are animals. I got it. I know we're animals. We're not wild animals. All right, we are wild animals. You know what I mean? We're not an octopus where we can change our skin and squirt oil out of our holes. We can't do that. We don't have that. We're not Echo the dolphin. We cannot. Well, I guess we could make noises, but we don't have that type of technology inside of us. Or ability, whatever you want to call it. We're not that. We can't tell where other objects are by going, kiki, 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 kiki. We can't do it. So it's not that we lost the ability or it's gone dormant because of lack of use. Well, that's the same thing as losing the ability. I know, shush. But it doesn't mean we have the ability, all of us. Let's say we do have the ability. Where is that one person that's nailing it? If somebody can do 90%, no, hold on, 80% accuracy on a year, for a whole year, whatever they say, if they can predict, reveal, figure out in a psychic way what's going on with the stock market or a live baseball game, perhaps the Super Bowl. Oh, 2 minutes left. Ball's on the 50-yard line. Oh, it's 4th and 11. What happens here? Oh, I don't know. Who wins? That's what I want to know. Where's that person? Where is patient 0 for psychic ability? You know what I mean? And I want it to exist. And I want to be that guy. I want to be that patient. I want to be the patient 0 or X or whatever the hell it is. I want to have that ability too. And you know, I try to make believe I do. And what was my accuracy that one night? 100%? And then I went 0 for 10 the next week. I was like, oh, it averages out to 50%. And that's what a really good fake psychic is they're 50%. JG connection. JG, John. I knew it was John. Oh, Joan. I knew it was an like a J. How'd you know I wasn't a Jehovah's Witness, Rich? Because I am. Well, I didn't know. The psychic ability didn't happen. All right, part 4, chapter 4, last chapter. Lou talks about the hitchhiker effect. Does everybody here know what the hitchhiker effect is? I will play the first minute or two of chapter 4. The secrets within. Are you ready? I told you there wasn't much to these first 4. Everything you know everything I talked about tonight. What time is it? As a matter of fact, we'll do chapter 5. We'll go in there and we'll do a 5. You all know what the hitchhiker effect is, yeah? That's when, example, true story, I think. Didn't Lakatsky go to Skinwalker Ranch and within 15 minutes being in the kitchen or something, he sees something and it connects with him that nobody else sees, an apparition of some sort, right? He's good to go. He believes there's an entity there, 22 million, whatever the number was, right? That's how it all started. He left. He wasn't even there an hour. Oh, yeah, I've seen enough. I know what I saw. You figure it out. And they haven't been able to figure it out. They haven't been able to get any evidence at Skinwalker Ranch that we could all say, oh my God, I can't believe it's actually happening. Look at the Skinwalker change shapes. Look at that. It's amazing. It is a shapeshifter. No, it's a bullshitter.
Chapter 4. The Secrets Within. The new job at OSAP ATIP was like one of those Russian dolls, one tiny secret tucked within another. Soon after I started working with them, Jay and Jim began briefing me on the program in a SCIF. That's short for Sensitive Compartmented Information Facility. These are bland conference rooms that resemble acoustically tricked out shipping containers. They block sound and radio and electromagnetic waves. Sometimes you have white noise machines to further drown out any opportunity for someone to eavesdrop on you. When you enter a SCIF to discuss top secret matters, you show your credentials, relinquish your cell phone, and don't utter a word until someone ensures everyone is appropriately cleared and closes the vault-like door from the inside. While the program was primarily focused on UAP, A small part of the effort also investigated unexplainable phenomena at a 480-acre property in Utah called Skinwalker Ranch. Bob Bigelow was a contractor running point on the investigation and had bought the land in the mid-1990s so that his scientists could study some of the unusual occurrences long associated with the property.
Now, Bob Marley says he still can't prove he was in OSAP. Lou. Yeah. And then remember, they removed his emails. They were supposed to stay in the files or wherever they are. They're supposed to stay around for 7 years and then get deleted. They deleted them after, like, what was it, 2? They deleted his emails, right? What else? Phone records. That's what I've been yelling for since day number 1, Bob and everybody. I wanted to see something with Lou's signature on it and, you know, the title at the top that says ATIP, OSAP, whatever. You know? Oh, look, like they needed a little bit of tape in the office. Lou signed off for it, $40 for a box of tape. Something like that. Nothing. Oh, Lou signed in to get the article for the what is that? That computer, the Antimatica computer. But they said it's demons. Oh, okay. Oh, gosh. Gosh. I was going to say, boy, oh God, and it came out, gosh. It's just strange listening to all of this, knowing what we know. What do we know? Nothing. We know nothing. We know nothing. Hey. Oh, that's cool. I guess you can do that. That's fine. It's a little tiny. I know. She did. You have a tiny rice dick. All right, go.
Presidential Medal of Freedom honoree. He was also a longtime champion of the UAP topic. Due to his childhood growing up on a ranch in the Roswell, New Mexico area, and what he had since learned as an astronaut. He once confided to Hal and Eric that his family was among the Roswell families who were threatened by the FBI after the famous Roswell crashes. FBI agents visited ranchers in the region, going door to door to deliver the threatening message.
Okay. What are we doing talking about Roswell? I'm very disappointed in this part. I can't believe we're talking about Roswell. Well, Rich, how can you have a UFO book if you don't mention Roswell? Like he's doing, though? Do we really need the details like this? Well, it was at 12:06 p.m. and John Tennessee forgot his shoelace at the home. It broke when he tried tying his shoe. He wouldn't have made it there if he didn't go to the grocery store. They didn't have one at the time, but he waited till they opened. You know, it's stuff like that. I mean, let's just... Dude, tell me about what you did in full detail, how it felt, what you actually did in OTAP, ASAP, and all that crap. I want to know. I want to know the truth. He doesn't know anything, guys. That's the deal. This book, the way I'm feeling it, it feels like it's just another rewriting of the history from his point of view. That's it. There's no reason we need to be going into detail about Roswell unless you don't have enough material for a book and you got to put something in that's, well, historic maybe. I wish he would have went with Rendlesham Forest or the Phoenix Lights for that matter. I mean, that would have been exciting. O'Hare, contraire. All right, let's go to 15-minute mark. Usually good things happen at 15. I'm telling no. Go to 21, I'm being told. Okay, 21 coming up there, Eddie. 21, we'll go there. Whoops. Whoops again. See? It's not me.
Country contributing to us winning as we won the space race. China and Russia do not have the same stigma and can employ their scientists to work on this topic for them. If the Legacy program would come out of the shadows and work with us to reveal the truth to Congress and the public in a controlled and safe way, we'd no doubt have more funds appropriated and more brain power actively working the issue. We can do this in a way that still protects and keeps secrets the details that need to be kept secret from our enemies. To grasp more of the history of UAP, I chased down FOIA requests. Under the U.S. Freedom of Information Act, anyone can request documents from the federal government.
For a price. Big deal. So far, you haven't heard anything new. And I'm telling you, there's nothing new to listen to yet. And that was a lie. 21 minutes, that was crap. Wherever you went, Eddie. I'm going to 31:18. I see that in the notes. Okay, yeah, here we go.
A cigar, a boomerang, etc. The Air Force had studied UAP in 1948 and 1949 under the auspices of a 2-year-old studies known as Project Sign and Project Grudge. Sign's findings were inconclusive, but open to the possibility of extraterrestrial origins for the craft. Grudge swiftly swept in and debunked the phenomena as the result of natural causes. Now, as we embarked on the Cold War in the 1950s...
How do you get natural causes? How do you get natural causes, you schmohawk? Not Lou. I mean, their explanation... Look, so far we're not hearing anything intimate about Lou, are we? We're getting a history lesson. That's what these chapters gave us. Yeah, it's all history, babe. That's all this is right now. The first 2 hours of the book.
The next day, the servicemen who were eyewitnesses were called to the base's office of the Air Force Office.
If this is Roswell still?
Of Special Investigations, OSI. Some of the servicemen have since revealed what happened in that room. They were told to never speak about what they saw, and they were administered some sort of drug and hypnotized, presumably to distort their memories. The ones I personally spoke to said that there was some...
Right. You know what I love about them when they say they gave them drugs and they changed their memory? Well, what? Watch this. I'm going to tell you, or at least try to. I'm going to try to tell you what I just did. And I'm going to take this fake drug. Here we go. What did I just do? Where? When? Now? Oh, I was just playing the clip on the thing. Why? I don't know what you're talking about. All right, let's get to the next thing. See, it's that easy. That easy. I forgot. And you know I forget that easy, so it's not hard to believe. But that's how you do it. You don't need to take a pill. You just make believe you took the pill, and then, well, they're going to hold you down and shoot you up with some sort of cocaine concoction and heroin, and they're going to give you a speedball mixed in with some LDS and LSD. I don't know. I don't know much about those kind of drugs. But let's hear... We got to go to 44 minutes? All fours. Somebody said get on all fours. All right, I'm on all fours. There. Whoops. We're off by a second. Can I be off by a second? No. I was told no. We got to have all fours here. 4404. What's going on? Come on, man. See, every time I release, it goes, it jumps. There. And there's a fly around me. God, everything's falling apart.
The 20th century. Let's step back into the shoes of the rational, educated human. Of course life exists on other planets, these people say. It would be fatuous to think that we are the only intelligent life forms in existence.
I think I'm going to beat the pants off myself here. I mean, really, there's nothing here. Everything. I'm glad this is free. I would have been mad if I had to pay for this.
8 Defense Intelligence Research Documents, DIRDs. Each commission study was from a top scientist who was an expert on technology concepts that might apply.
Oh my God, guys, this is crazy. That's it. I can't. This is what? Oh yeah. I wanted to jump into the paragraphs that I didn't listen to just to see what's coming up. So let's say, orbs. Let's hear what orbs is about at the 2-minute 44-second mark, 243. Go.
Hover near them for a few seconds and then
it's balloons. I could already tell by that story. Bullshit.
Float away. They described what they had seen the best they could. First to my wife and again to me when I asked.
Huh? This is a personal experience? Ooh, boy. Let's listen. All right, we're jumping to Chapter 6, Orbs.
Most common types of UAP that are often reported is what we call orbs.
Because those are the easily faked, easily misidentified, and easily misconstrued, cheated, hoaxed, fake, everything you could think of. Reflections, dust, rain, fog, snow. It all shows up as orbs because of the wonderful things he does. They're out of focus. And
which are small luminous balls of light or, in some cases, smooth and metallic spheres. This is nothing new. In World War II, orbs were reported regularly in and around Allied and Axis aircraft, so much so that they were nicknamed Foo Fighters. Of course, not to be confused with a talented band led by Dave Grohl, which made their mark on history much later. But even before that, indigenous people here in the United States have reported orbs going back centuries. In fact, in the Ohio River Valley, they reported orbs, luminous balls coming out of the river. I was shocked by the frequency of how often these orbs have been reported, whether by commercial pilots or military pilots or by eyewitnesses on the ground, particularly around military test ranges and sensitive U.S. military facilities. This is not just a military phenomenon. Now, with the pervasiveness of home security systems and advancements in cell phone cameras, private civilians are capturing these orbs just like the military is. The classification of these orbs really varies quite a bit. There are different colors and sizes. Some of the colors reported were white, yellow, blue, red, green. Reports I have seen suggested the blue orbs in particular had a very negative biological consequence, meaning if you got close to one of these, you could expect to be injured. Now, whether that was deliberate or just simply a byproduct and I, given the two gentlemen didn't always see higher ups, given the two gentlemen didn't always see eye to eye. When I next heard that Woods had accepted the position of Deputy Director of DIA, I took this to be a consolation prize of sorts. Clapper was generous and professional, as always. Rather than oust an old rival, Clapper recognized Woods' worth and offered him a key role. My optimism was short-lived, however. Within 30 to 40 days of my mentor's reassignment to DIA, the atmosphere at the agency changed with respect to our work. Woods brought in colleagues from the CIA. Suddenly, the response to Lakatsky's well-crafted reports to higher-ups elicited a shift in tone. As I mentioned earlier, we're only a month before higher-ups accepted these reports with eager interest. Suddenly they asked, "Why are we doing this?"
Sorry. Interesting. Well, those are a few chapters. I don't know what I'm going to do with the rest of this for the week. Maybe just tomorrow. I'll just go through it and then bring you guys on. We'll talk about it. Maybe we'll do like a 3-hour show or 2.5, something like that. Well, tomorrow's is it tomorrow? Let me see. Or is it tonight? Rich Saves America is on later on, or did I switch it to tomorrow? Tomorrow at 11:15. Okay. I may have captured a UFO with the drone. Like, I don't know what it is, but do you remember when David Fravor talked about seeing the Tic Tac underwater and it looked like it was bubbling? Like, you know, there was like maybe a ship underneath, the submarine just underneath. That's what I saw. I saw what looked like, and I haven't looked at it yet because I don't take all the drone footage when I'm done because I can record a lot of hours. So usually when I get close to filling up the SD card is when I'll start looking at it. I've got 3.5 hours of stuff to look at, which is a lot. But when I went out last, there was this white bubbling. And every time I tried to get close to it, I couldn't. It was just like what happened when I was going towards the I can't think. 3 Mile Island, those towers, the radar place, the thermonuclear plant over there. But this isn't because of that. This is because I'm almost 4 miles away from my location, which is the furthest I've ever been. I'm at, I think it's at 17,800 feet. What is that? 5,280 feet is a mile. About 3.5? About 3.5 miles. Yeah, about 3.5 miles. So I tried making to go further right. There's an island that is blocking the signal. I think, I don't know. I raised it all the way up to 400 feet, and every time I go over a certain imaginary line, it'll go out. Like I can't go any further. So I'm going to try going from the other side. The other side is Pine Island. And I'm going to try to go that way because this is where everybody's seeing the UFOs. This is it. So I may have actually finally captured something worthy of maybe a really good report, you know? And what I need to do is talk to people on camera now. So that's what I'm doing tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to Pine Island before I do my audit at 11 o'clock. And I'll spend 2 hours there, and then I'll go and do the audit, spend 2 hours there, come on home, do some editing. Boom. Viral video. You know GUFON has never had a viral video? Isn't that amazing, shadow banning? It's just beautiful. I was going to say technology. It's beautiful technology. But that book, Imminent, I'm not so sure. It's I hope it gets better. I sure do. But you know, skipping around like we just were, I'm not feeling it. I'm not excited anymore. I'm kind of a little bored of it. I'm bored of it. You know, I listened to 2.5 hours today and then talked about it here for another hour and 30 minutes. And you got to hear Lou's voice and Christopher Mellon every now and then. He shouldn't have done it. Lou should have had somebody else be the narrator or whatever you call them, the person who reads his book. I like that he did it though, the effort, but there's a reason why they have professionals and actors that do it. However, I'm okay with it. I'm glad it doesn't have to be perfect, and it isn't. And in some parts, it sounds like Lou is either crying or just got done blowing his nose or is sick with an allergy or sick, period. Or maybe he's got white shit on his, his face like I do. I look tired. I have to go work out still. How do you think I feel? Well. That's it. That's it for tonight. I appreciate the support. Supporting GUFON, I know, but thanks for being here. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Tomorrow we'll do Lou part 2. It may be the end. It may be the last one we do. But tomorrow, if you want to come on, make sure you read the book or listen to it, because you're more than welcome to come on tomorrow. Well, I'm going to talk for the first hour to finish up reviewing other chapters. And then we bring you guys on for another hour, depending on how many people we get. And if you didn't read the book and you're just calling in, I'll know. So don't fake it. It's not worth it. It's not. What do you got to hurt my feelings with? All right. Thanks, everybody. Before I go, you want to hear something? You want to hear what I did? I fell asleep with the phone in my hand, listening to Impact Media. And I wake up 2 hours later, 2.5, and I see I have a receipt for a super chat, a thank you, the thanks button. And I was like trying to figure out how much it was. The receipt didn't tell me how much I donated. It can go anywhere from $2 to $100. It was $2. I was okay with that. I'm like, oh my God, I put a thank you in while I fell asleep. My mom told me that my father does the same thing, and I didn't believe it. I said, no, he's donating on his own. She goes, Richie, he doesn't even know how. But I saw these charges, and it said, thanks receipt. Do you know what this means? Yeah. And I told her, and she goes, oh my God, we couldn't figure it out. So my dad was trying to figure out how to install an air conditioner. I mean, he's got stage 5 Parkinson's. He can't even walk. What are you doing? What do you need to know that for? And I guess it was a live show. I don't know. But anyway, it's funny. All right. Thank you, everybody. Have a great night. And we do it here every single night at 7 p.m. Eastern. So appreciate everybody. And Truthology for ufology. We do it for you. Yes, we do. So be careful, be safe, have a great rest of your night. And if you ain't looking up, you ain't looking out. Alien blood.
There's a lunar thing. It's rotating. Well, got it!
to be this morning.